hosted by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickets, turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickets, watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickets, turning data to gold. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. This is the pre-market briefing. Today, no red folders, no orange folders. So that's pretty light from a data standpoint. But that does not mean that the market will be quiet because we do have CPI data coming out tomorrow. And you know what that means? Interest rates. So that can definitely swing the market. So we'll see what happens with that. So it's usually a pretty light day the day before because they don't know what's going to happen with the rates. So they usually trade very lightly the day before. So probably not a lot of volatility today. While we're talking about that, SPX and the Nasdaq 100 are both up in the pre-market. And IWM is up in the pre-market. The VIX has gapped down. It's now around 1805. Micron and actually gapped up very nicely here in the pre-market. Is back in the $1 Trillion ticker family. Eli Lilly is back in the $1 Trillion ticker family. As far as the fear and greed index, we're actually at 39 right now. So we're almost in the middle of fear. So that's interesting. We haven't pulled back too much. We just had that crazy sell-off on Friday. But that has definitely moved the fear and greed index deep into fear. Okay, next. I track the headlines, the data, and the market levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Before we get into the levels, let's prepare our mantra. Let's prepare our mindset with the mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My earning is limitless. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right. Let's see what's going on. Nvidia is back over 5 trillion, y'all. The first and only company to ever have over a $5 trillion market cap. Okay. Let's see. Apple broke below 300 in the pre-market. So it's still on a downtrend ever since WWDC yesterday, where it hit an all-time high and sold off crazy. We'll see what happens with Apple today when the market opens. Oil's pulling back after tensions in the Middle East have eased slightly. WTI is around $89.22 a barrel. Brent crude is around $92.55. Gold is around $4,336 an ounce. Bitcoin is around $62,500. Micron and Marvell did great yesterday. All right, let's get into Robert Greene's Daily Law for today. Title: Give people the opportunity to feel superior. Daily Law: You must figure out what makes others tick. When they are moved by greed, appeal to greed. When they want to look charitable and honorable, appeal to their charity. Today's law is about understanding motivation. Robert Greene is saying that people are not all moved by the same thing. Some people want money. Some people want power. Some people want recognition. Some people want to feel generous. Some people want to look honorable in public. If you understand what motivates a person, you can communicate with them effectively. Not everyone wants to be approached through direct self-interest. Some people actually want the opportunity to be seen as helpful, charitable, or superior. So the strategy is not to force one approach upon everyone. The strategy is to understand what each person values, then speak to that value. For long-term investors, this law connects to understanding market motivation. Markets do not always move for the reason people say. Some investors are chasing growth. Sometimes they're chasing safety. Sometimes they're chasing yield. Sometimes they're chasing a story. Right now, the market is motivated by AI, inflation data, interest rates, and fear after last week's sell-off. If you understand what the market is responding to, you can read the environment more clearly. Do not just watch price. Ask, what is motivating price? Is it earnings, fear, greed, rate expectations, AI enthusiasm, memory? Understanding the motivation behind the move helps you stay aligned with the real market story. For day traders, this law is about reading behavior in real time. Every candle represents motivation. Buyers are motivated by opportunity. Sellers are motivated by fear, profit taking, or rejection at a level. If prices push higher and buyers hold support, that tells you demand is present. If price spikes and immediately rejects, that tells you sellers are waiting. The job is not to argue with the market. The job is to understand what the market is showing you. Figure out what makes the market move, then respond with discipline. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. Now let's get on these charts, y'all. All right, let's start with SPY. SPY currently in the pre-market is at 742.61 to the downside support. We got 742.45, 740.10. Yesterday's low is 738.19. Underneath that, we do have the smart money concept support zone that starts at 737.55, has a halfway point of 734.61, and ends at the bottom here is actually our swing low level of 731.55. So if we do come in this zone, do expect buyers to step in. It should not easily break through this level, as it did come into this level. The zone yesterday in the aftermarket. Okay, to the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 743.39, followed by 743.95. Yesterday's high is 745.34, 746.60. All right. Excuse me. Next, we got QQQ currently in the pre-market at 722.10. To the downside support, we got 721, 718.92, which is the pre-market low, 716.50. We got yesterday's low of 713.07, and then 710.10. And then same thing, smart money concept support zone that begins here at 706.52. The middle of the zone is $700.90. Do have a 4-hour level in here at 698.40, and then the bottom of the zone, which is also a swing low level at 695.25.
To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 722.77. We got yesterday's high at 723.03, followed by 727.85, 732.60. Okay, the VIX did gap down overnight. It is now 1803, so that's good. Next, we got Nvidia currently in the pre-market at 209.31 to the downside support. We got the pre-market low at 208.78, followed by 207.40. Yesterday's low at 206, and then 204.35. To the upside resistance, it's very close to this level right now, 209.35. But after that, we got yesterday's high of 210.45. We got the pre-market high at 210.65. We got 212.15. Excuse me. And then 214.85. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 365.88. To the downside support, we got 365.55. We got the pre-market low of 363.70, followed by 360.90, 360.53, which is yesterday's low. And then we have a gap here. The top of the gap is at 358.07. The middle of the gap is 356.94, and the bottom of the gap is 355.80. To the upside resistance, we got yesterday's high at 366.20, followed by the pre-market high at 366.40. And we got 368.29 and 370.60. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market at $300.25. To the downside support, we got 298.95. We got the pre-market low at 298.74, followed by 294.90, 290.65, 285.80. To the upside resistance, we got 301.15. We got the pre-market high at 301.50, 303.05, 305, 307.15, 309.45. Next, we got Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 410.66. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 409.79. We got our daily level, which is actually the bottom of our smart money concept support zone, is 409.60. And then we got yesterday's low of 408.56. And I got 405.40. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 411.83, followed by 413.25. And then the top of the smart money concept support zone is 415.98. We got yesterday's high of 417.16, and then 421.50. Next, we got Amazon currently in the pre-market at 246.62. To the downside support, we got 245.50, 244.20, 243.35, which is yesterday's lows. And then we got the top of this gap at 241.77. The middle of the gap is 240.89. The bottom of the gap is 240 even. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 247.15, followed by 248, 249.40, which is yesterday's high, and then 251.90. Next, we got TSM currently in the pre-market at 428.83. To the downside support, we got 425.30. Yesterday's low of 422.55. Pre-market low of 422, followed by 419.55, 412.80, 407.90. To the upside resistance, we got 431.48, which is the pre-market high, followed by yesterday's high of 433.80, and 438.25, 442.35, 447.85. Next, we got ABGO currently in the pre-market. It is pushing pre-market highs right now. It's currently at 408.14. To the downside support, we got yesterday's high of 402.84. You see that candle moving right now. There's a lot of volume in this pre-market candle. After that, we got 399.95. We got the pre-market low at 399, 397.95, 394.65, 393.05. We got the pre-market high of 410.21, followed by 410.50 and 414.85. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 414.25. To the downside support, we got yesterday's high of 412.95, followed by 411.55. Pre-market, 411.50. The pre-market low of 409.65, 401. Let me give you one before 401. Before 401, we got 406.35. 404.30, 401.50. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 415.83, 417.60, 424.68. Next, we got Meta. Meta did go into the gap yesterday. It came out of the gap in the pre-market and is back in the gap. So it's currently at 591.29. To the downside support, we got 586.79. We got the middle of the gap at 583.58. We got yesterday's low of 579.25. Wow, Meta went to 579 yesterday. The bottom of the gap is 575.23. If we end up breaking through the gap, got a level at 571.70. To the upside support, we got yesterday's high of 592. We got the pre-market high of 596, 596.70. And then I really don't have a level until we got 599.87. But after that, I don't have a level until pretty far away. So not too many meta levels to the upside today. Next, we got MU. You see it gapped up very nicely. This was yesterday's close here. 949.70. And it's at 994.99 here in the pre-market. To the downside support, we got 991.15, 981. We got a pre-market low of 979. To the upside resistance, we got 997.95. Pre-market high at 999.72. I got a daily level at $1,009.72. Followed by $1,036.35. Next, we got Berkshire B. Currently 485.50 in the pre-market. I'm not giving level to Berkshire B because I know y'all not trading it. And y'all not buying it. Next, we got Eli Lilly. Currently in the pre-market at $1,153.22. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of $1,152, followed by $1,149, $1,143, which is yesterday's lows, and $1,131. To the upside resistance, we got $1,162, which is the pre-market high, $1,164.71, and then all-time high, $1,182. All right, so set your alerts. I will be trading today, so I'm not doing a market open, but I will do a market check-in sometime after I'm done trading and working out. All right. You know how we like to end the show.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it. Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live. This is the $1 Trillion Tickets broadcast, the pre-market briefing. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.